Yay!
Hello, Julia.
Hey, hi Ahmed, hi everyone.
It's been a year.
Yes, yeah. Last year was crazy. This year is gonna be even more intense. I hope so, in a good way. Yeah. And we're here to talk about the AWS Community Builders program, right? It just opened, I think, I think a few days ago, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like one of the things I've been trying to think about. I hear an echo. Do you hear an
No,
echo?
I don't hear any echo from you. Can you
Okay.
hear from
Yeah.
me?
No, I don't know. I just like it seems like something is working.
No.
Okay, but I reach out to you and say like we've been doing the community builder. Like, why we not do like a session and see like how to
Yeah. Because we've
actually.
been we've been through that path.
Yes.
Now we are AWS heroes, container heroes. But how long were you a community builder for before becoming a hero?
I think I've been for a year or a
Yeah.
two.
I think I think I was 2 or 3 years. So I don't know if people know, but I wasn't in tech before during the pandemic. I transitioned into tech. I did a coding boot camp, and then as soon as I finished the boot camp, I don't know where I saw about the community builder program, but I was already studying, learning online, learning public, which I like to call that. So creating blog posts, etc. And then I applied, and it was one of the best things that I did. I met so many people. All the opportunities, like the doors that it opened for me, the community builders program. It was amazing, and if even if I was still a builder, I would be super happy because it's just an amazing program, one of the best communities there is out there in tech, I would say.
Yeah, to be honest, like I've been going to reinvent for like about 10 years now, and like for the past few years, for like I know people, just like but like then you go into a community and like where like all of the work that has been put in there by the AWS team, by specific people too, like by Jason, by Farah,
Yeah.
Russ, all of that, and then you go there and like you'd be able to talk to people, and then you know them on daily basis, like you
Mhm.
chat with them, you see like how like I think like I learned a lot. I learned more like with all of the sessions that has been
Yeah.
there, the community hub, all of the stuff. And actually, one of the things that like I really start to like more. You remember that we have like Dev 2 side, and then like we went to have like the builder side. I actually
Mhm.
brought the builder side. Let me share this on the screen.
Yeah.
So it's actually like the builder center is like actually like a very nice place where like you can see like all of the content, all of the programs, everything. And this we're talking about like why and how to be an AWS community builder. So the program will open for application, which is already open. Uh
Yeah, it's already open.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it's gonna be until like January 21. So like if you wanna like
Yes.
check and see like how is that gonna look like and if it's not working for you. So let's tell some people like what does the program mean to you? Like what is exactly like you got out of the program in your first year?
Yeah. So I think what I got mostly was the networking for my side. A lot of people can get more technical knowledge as well, learning from the program, but I think it was the networking. Some of the perks that you get one certification per year. You get access to I forgot the name of the platform, but it's a platform that you can learn. It's like uh cloud.
Cloud Academy?
Yes, Cloud
Yeah.
Academy. So you get free access to that for 1 year. So every year that you renew, you continue getting access to that. You're part of this Slack channel with all the community builders. They invite you to calls about different services. You know, you have events that you're invited to. You can participate at reInvent. I think I think you get discount for reInvent. And at reInvent itself, there are events just for the builders. They have like a community builder lounge. They have a community builder networking reception at night. It's amazing. And for me, it was mostly meeting other people in tech that, you know, are passionate about AWS as well. And from all over the world, I don't know how many builders there are. There are thousands, right? Probably like 2,000 or a little less. I don't know.
I think there's more. I think the number is growing. I don't want to like
Yeah.
say numbers that Jason will say like this is incorrect, but like
But
for
there
me,
are a lot.
yes,
Yeah.
there's a lot. There's like
Mhm.
there's a few thousand for sure. But like the things that like really intrigued me about the program was like first you get into that group, you know, like when like a group of people, like it's all about community at the end of the day, but like when you get into that group of people that who knows their stuff and they are passionate about something, that really helps like level your self. Like just like you
Mhm.
have to always like push to the next level. Like you
Exactly.
see people like doing videos, like chat, yeah, blogs. Like I always like, you know, get into like content that like I'm not familiar with, but that's plus the things that you said, like you get credit, try things about.
Yeah,
You
you
get
get
access,
credit.
yeah, you get events to get access to. Like it's actually one of the best experience, like being a community builder or being a hero, like where I go to events and like I actually have a group of people
Mhm.
that to see. Well, then plus that, while you keep like learning in the community, it's just like you teach people. It's more of the effect
Yes.
of like
Mhm.
how to go there. It's been nice for me. Like it's been like a cool experience that I've
Mhm.
been there. And actually, like every year, I remember we're like the hype around like the application, because the application is always like on a wait list for the rest of the
Yes.
year.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then like it's open, and then people like will quickly go. But the nice one of the nice moment when you see all of these posts about like people renewing their application, and you see like the 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 years, that's been
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
So if
Mhm.
anyone want to know more, like I just like I have the link on the banner here, like
Yeah. Mhm.
builder.aws/community
Exactly.
builders,
Yeah,
and
feel
then
free
they
to
can,
reach out as well
yeah,
to us, to other builders. You know, everyone is so nice in the community. I can say that I made friends in that community. You know, not just like colleagues and people that I know. Literally friends that I talk to them every week. Like Ahmed, I met you through the AWS community. You know, not necessarily community builders, but the AWS community in general. And then we started like doing stuff together, and we each one of us, we became heroes. But it's amazing. And also one thing I forgot to mention, you get swag, which is great swag. You know, like each year, exactly, each year you get different swag. So year one is one type of swag, year two, and they do like raffles. If you post blogs every month, if you do stuff, they do a raffle like blog of the month, and they send you swag. So it's really nice. They make it's very well organized. Congratulations to Jason and all everyone that is, you know, behind this program. I know it's not easy to organize and manage such a big program. And it's good as well if you're starting out, if you're already in tech for several years, if you're a veteran, you know, there is a space for you in there, you know. So maybe you're gonna be there asking questions, maybe you're gonna be there answering questions, creating content, you know. But definitely it's a place for you. Even if you ask yourself, oh, should I apply? I'm not sure if it's, you know, worth it my time or anything. I would say do it. You don't have anything to lose, right?
yeah. I think like a lot of people like give it like too much thought about like there's the part that you were saying, like should I apply? And then
Mhm.
like if you're really like passionate about content and passionate about sharing and passionate about teaching other, like I don't see like that takes away
Yeah.
from you like any part about oh, should I apply or not? Like you might get it, you might not. Like there's no guarantees on anything. But like it's always like if that's something that you are willing to
Mm-hmm.
do like on a daily basis or you're already doing, it's worth it because like it's you're doing this out of like just sharing. Like
Yeah,
you just like all
exactly.
of the people that I have seen is just like they create content because they like to create content, they want to create
Mm-hmm.
content, they want to teach other. So if I'm doing this already, why not to like meet more people in that area and like be there? And like to be honest, as you already know, like community builder is one of the programs. Like
Yeah.
and we're here today to talk about the community builders, but there's also like the user group, which is like
User
at
group, yes. Mm-hmm.
the heroes, the cloud clubs, and at the end of the day, it's always like it's one community leads to another. Like you
Mm-hmm.
remember, like where like you talked about, like hey, we met in that community, but now we work in the CNCF community as well. It's
Exactly.
like the tech community in general. It's always connected, but it's good to see people that have same passion. Like they are
Mm-hmm.
want to talk about AWS and they want to do like all of the stuff. So it's been nice. I already like know a lot of people, and actually we like you remember when we met a lot more people at the Rotary event last year when like we went
Yes.
there.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Mm-hmm.
nice to see all of these people like coming and talking about AWS and then want to share more. But it's been a quiet
Yeah.
program like that I like out of many programs that I have been to.
Yeah, maybe we should also talk about some of the requirements to become an AWS
Yeah.
community builder. I think they have changed since when I applied. You know, it's been I think 4 years when I applied to be a community builder, and they're probably changing some of the requirements. But I think what they're looking for is people that are passionate about the AWS and passionate about sharing that with other people, helping other people. So like helping the community in any sort of way. If you write blog posts, if you have a podcast, if you have a YouTube channel, if you post mostly on LinkedIn and very frequently, what else?
Yeah, I think that's it. Basically, like one of the things that like I brought up is the application itself. And then
Yes.
like you can
Mhm.
see in the application is like all it needs is just like you have public content published in the past.
Mhm.
So is that content is a video? Is that content is a podcast? As you said, is it a blog post? Is it anything else? And this is part of like what you share and you teach to the community and all of the kind of stuff.
Yeah. Mhm.
So it's been nice. And actually, like funny story, one of the top many of the like when I applied for a community builder, some of the stuff that I applied, not just blog posts or written content, but it was like conference talks and like
Exactly.
these are things too. Like you go
Meetup
in a
talks.
yes,
Mhm.
some things that like you can just like share and teach and like you have built patterns for to share. And there are like many people who are doing that already. Like I have seen a lot of
Yeah.
channels or like some people like pushing architectures out of the way or doing stuff like this. So it's been really nice. Uh, I like it in general. It just like anything to me that keep me learning and growing. It's actually a nice
Yeah.
thing to like to go through. So yeah, I
Ahmed,
mean,
maybe we could answer a question that a lot of people ask me. What is the difference between the AWS Community Builder program and the AWS Hero program? And like because people come to me and they say I want to become a hero even before being a community builder, and I want to say you don't have to be a community builder first to become a hero, and not necessarily you need to aspire to become a hero. Just being a community builder is enough. I was super happy to be a community builder, so maybe we can talk about some of the differences so you can see it's not that different, to be honest.
it's not that different, but like here's the one biggest difference that I know of. Like community builder is a program that you apply for, you share the content, you can say I want to be a community builder. There's an application process for. On the other side, like looking at what is the AWS Heroes program, it's just like it's by invite. So like
Yeah.
based on like your engagement, like I know a lot of people who like didn't even think to be a hero. they keep doing what they're doing. Some of them they weren't even like community builder as you said, and they just like they keep doing what they're doing in the AWS community. They give talks, they share content, they launch channels, they do whatever, and then they got invited in. Like this is
Mhm.
the biggest difference.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, even like you remember like when all of the Slack got merged, like we are on the same Slack. It's just like the
Exactly.
same
Mhm.
Slack for like builders, and like we talk to each other. There's a connection. Even the user group, even the cloud club, all of the programs are there. So like it shouldn't be a goal. Like you go on your way, do whatever you are doing, community builder or not, like whatever you do, like passionate about AWS, and then you get there, and
Mhm.
that's part of the thing. So the thing that like funny story, a lot of people actually like there are heroes. You're gonna see them like one of the not I'm not gonna say like bad thing, but like if you join AWS one day you are not becoming a hero anymore. And it's funny because like a lot of people say like, "Oh, I'm ex-hero." I was like, "Why?" And then you
Yeah.
go and you see them like becoming an AWS employee. But that's about it. Like the stuff is like when like the program looking for heroes or new heroes, and there's always like that cohorts every like 3 months or something. They look for people who are enthusiastic about AWS or expert or leadership or like have more of like sharing stuff.
Mhm.
But don't put it as a goal. That's when someone asks me like similar to you, like how to become a hero, I was like, don't make it a goal. Just like
Yeah.
go
Mhm.
do what you do, like make talks, do all of the stuff. In the back,
Because you want to help others, because
yeah,
you want to share and learn, not because you want to get a title, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
Because the like sure it helps. It helps you get recognized. Like you would really like when you say like, "Hey, I'm an AWS hero," but this is not the goal. The goal is like at the end of the day is like this is not a goal. This is a nice achievement to do or to be called in, but it's about the journey. It's about like how many people. I don't want to say tutored, but guide, guided or like helped or like showed the way for like how to become. And I think like I met you when you were like when we met, like I wasn't even a hero.
No, no,
Uh,
you weren't.
yeah,
You weren't.
you
Yeah.
were, and then like we talked. I think like I don't think like that was like part of the conversation, but we like how many things we've been doing right now. Like we've been doing like KCDs, like the community
AWS
day,
Community Day.
yeah,
Yes. Uh-huh.
mini events,
Meetups.
and yeah,
Mhm.
so it's been nice.
Yeah.
One question also like people usually ask is there's different type of heroes. So what is the difference between a community hero and a specialized hero? Because community hero is like a category for like becoming a hero, but like also you can be and you are a container hero, I'm a container
Yeah.
hero. That's like giving from like all of the DevOps and container stuff. The community hero is the next thing where like I know like for example another Ahmed, he's from Saudi Arabia and he's a community hero there, runs the Riyadh and all of the kind of stuff. So it's been overall, it's been nice. What else we should talk about?
Let's see. Uh, what else about? Yeah. So I think like the motivation you should have. Maybe we can talk about. There are some categories, same as heroes. Community bureaus, they have categories as well. I first when I entered, I was a dev tools community
Hmm.
builder. Yeah. And then because I was learning, I was mostly learning, programming, and that's the type of content I was sharing. But once you enter, it doesn't mean you're always gonna be in that category. You can always change. So I after that I changed because I started creating content and sharing about more about DevOps containers, and that's when I shifted a little bit. But there are a lot of categories: AI, ML, dev tools, serverless. I don't know if there is a community builder.
No,
Yeah,
I, I
category.
I I don't think there's a community. I think like the maybe serverless, maybe like containers. No, I actually when I joined as a container as well. I just like it's been my thing. Like the work for community didn't actually start for me in the back where like I mean community in general. I've been like I like to share what I know because I actually find it it's not like that. I find it actually helpful to me. Like you get better at something when you started teaching it, because
Mhm.
that's how like you actually learn
Exactly.
more and you want to share about the details of like what you do. So in the past few years, I've been doing like this internally at my work and then other places, and then all of a sudden, like I like going to conferences. So I want to give a couple talks and I want to write blogs and I want to share my opinion. And that's where it got there. But I think like you're right. Like the program have like, I believe like they added AI engineering, they added like
Yeah.
some other
Mhm.
database stuff. And that's where like it's helpful. And then like you can always switch. But one of the things that I like about the categorization is like to keep you focused. Like I remember you would already like have seen this like many times because you spent a lot of time in the console. Like years ago, there was like a few services, like a couple of them. But now, like when you go in, like I don't. I was just writing about it in a few days ago. There's no way that I know every single service in AWS. Like
Exactly.
it's like too hard. Like 200 plus service. Every service have stops and all of
Yeah.
the kind of stuff that you look into. So it's helpful to be categorized in a way. Like I'm very focused on dev tooling. I'm very focused on serverless. I'm very focused on containers. And like even for containers, like when I look at it, there's like gigantic
So
services.
much. Yes.
Yeah, like there's a EKS, there's
Mhm.
ECS, there's like, and then it blends in a way. Now you can do like containers and serverless and all of the kind of stuff. It's been but one of the things it helps is just like focus on
Yeah.
something, like
Mhm.
just like have that focus. But
Exactly.
overall, I've been enjoying like just having people around and just like learning from people and seeing all of the content, so it's been nice.
Yeah.
uh
One thing
and
that I may add as well is that you don't have to be super technical to join the program. Maybe it's the beginning of your journey. I think I mentioned this already, but it's the beginning of your journey. Like I did when I joined, and you join, you share about what you know, and because even if you're sharing about beginner stuff, it's gonna help people that know less than you. So and then as you get into the community, you're gonna learn a lot more, and then you're gonna become more technical. So don't think that you need to be super technical to be part of the AWS Community Builder program, because it's a cloud company, etc. No, you
yeah,
not
I think like
necessarily.
you are absolutely right. I think it's about like you being passionate, like you being
Mhm.
passionate about like something that you want to teach. Like you might not be technical, but you might be able to bring people together. Like
Yeah.
you can do like a lot of things in the community that definitely not like doesn't have to be only technical part. Like and you can share. Like if you learn and share, that's all like what people looking for. Like when I'm gonna tell you something, like there's something that I always have seen in tech in general. Like
Hmm.
there's a lot of people can go up and talk and all the kind of stuff, but there's a lot of smart people also like don't want to do that. So it's just like part of like the journey of like
Yeah.
what do you find fulfills you into how to share. So
Yeah.
there's people who like done a lot of talking on stage, and people don't like that, and they just like
Exactly.
write blogs and they write stories and they write books, and there are people like who just go and organize these things and just
Mhm.
like build a user group in their area or like build a meetup and then like get this through. So it's not the technicality, it's like being passionate about
Yeah.
like how to push this forward and like do it. Like even there is like a program for like students in universities to
Mhm.
like club club, where it's just like you all you have to do is being like passionate about it. It didn't even work with the technology before. So
Exactly.
all you're gonna get is just like learning through and like being a class captain and have all of this stuff. So overall, it's been nice, and like we have a lot of people, in the communities that like will help you, and you'll learn a lot of different things about. But the one thing that I want to share, like start just like learning through stuff,
Mhm.
start like seeing what does the things look like.
Yeah.
When I went to the builder center, things in bad were like a bit fragmented. But then now when I go to builder center, like you're gonna see like all of the things
Nice.
that like you would look for. Like if I want to learn about things, like I want to see the topics, I can dive into like as many topics I want to. but then also there's the workshops, there's the toolbox, there's
There's so
capability.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's so much
I
that like
should take a look into
yeah, you can
that.
connect and see the programs and all the kind of stuff. Like I remember they added like that some of the capabilities recently, and then like it's per region, and this one was nice because like I can see like how many, like you already know, like when you deploy AWS services, like it's not always available in all regions, and some of the sub features might not be there. So this is one of the nice things that to see like, oh, which service is available in what region, and then like I can just like select as many region I want, for example, and see like, look here, this one is scheduled for 26 Q2, but
Nice.
like which is AWS Amplify, but like one else is like planning, but this is not expanded. Like it's nice to like see what features and things like that.
I didn't
But
know about that.
yeah, but like always like that page, the builder.aws, it's really nice. It's very good to like learn and see like how's all the stuff. So
Sorry.
I actually like it. I think like I learned a lot. And then thanks Michael. He was saying Michael is Michael a hero? I know the name. Uh yeah, he was saying like it's
Oh,
absolutely true. Learning from others will also improve ourselves. I like where he's going with this. That comment really resonate with me. And just other people just coming to
Nuno
say
as
hi.
well.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
hello.
But it's
Uh,
true what Michael said, you know, and I like also to talk to beginners. Honestly, I consider myself a beginner because people that are more technical, they don't know how to think with the mentality of a beginner. So, for instance, I can give you a clear example. I just started a new job at Dash Zero, and we work around observability, open telemetry, and I'm doing the 30 days of open telemetry as a beginner. And I'm learning from zero, and they are really happy about that. They appreciate that I'm doing that because I can create content with the mentality of a beginner about open telemetry, because most people that work at Dash Zero, they already know a lot about open telemetry, and they don't know how to talk about things for beginners. They think that people already know that. So I break down the topics really in a way that beginners will understand as well, because we were all beginners at some point, right?
yeah, and
Yeah.
like at the end of the day, when I look at a funny story you're saying, Zach, because we are always a beginner somewhere in some topic. Like maybe like I'm an expert and you're an expert in like AWS ecosystem, but there's something else that we are beginner about. Like maybe like quantum physics. Like I know a bit about it, but like I'm not like an expert there. Like quantum can be like all of these things. Like you learn through. But the nice thing that you said it really resonated with me because I remember always when I'm trying to submit a talk for a conference. I was like my best days were like, this is so simple. Like people know about it already. And then I was like, when I go and like give the talk, and then like, oh, people didn't know about it. So it's just like there's always like, like this assumptions that we built into like, oh, people know about it. This is like so simple, all of the kind of stuff. But it's if you deliver, it's about how to actually deliver the content. Like we always hear and we see content like for the same thing over and over, but some of them resonate with you and some of them not.
Mhm.
And going back to like what you're saying about beginners and like learning as a beginner is like you're going with no assumption. Like you're going to assume like, oh, I didn't know that. Like I didn't know this was started here or like that was added because always like tech evolves every day, and it's really helpful to see like how actually you learn more and more and go back to the basics
Yeah,
and
mhm.
actually come back and iterate all over. So it's been
Yeah,
cool. It's been
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
And Michael was saying like, "Hey, I'm not a hero yet. I like the yet. That's my
Yes,
attitude.
yes,
It's just like
yes.
how to go.
Let's work on that. And
Yeah,
Nuno, he's right. Like it's all about learning in public. I love this concept, sharing with others what you're learning, even if it's you're just starting out or more about a certain topics, because the more you share, the more you talk about it, the more you're gonna learn. It's gonna internalize. You're gonna understand it better. So definitely, keep creating stuff, content, giving talks, or anything. And the great thing about the community builders program or any community is that if you're stuck somewhere, you can you know who to ask for help. So you can go on Slack and ask people for help, instead of, if you're not part of any community, who are you going to ask for help? Maybe your colleagues, or you can go on LinkedIn, but people don't post on LinkedIn. They are, afraid of posting anything on LinkedIn. So communities, they help you. It's like a big family. You just go, hey, say I'm stuck on this, I don't know, can I ask you a question? And then you get to learn more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like definitely. And then there's always a different medium, a different thing to do your thing. Like if you again, like just to iterate, it doesn't have to be one specific thing. Like maybe you don't like writing. Like sometimes I just like see writing not my best abilities, but I like public speaking. So
Yeah.
that like helps me. I like sometimes like going in a live stream and doing a video. Like that's another thing. A lot of times I like actually one of the things that I learned the most by is actually going to events and compete. Like I love the game days that like they always do. I love the jams that they always do about things, and that teaches me more and more about like what I
Mhm.
do on a day to day, and just like gives me opportunity to learn about a new service. So just think through what you want to be and like how you want to teach others and all of the kind of stuff. I think like I like that format of like streaming something, and then like we even didn't, as we said earlier, we didn't plan it. I was like, hey, like we just like came up together and say that program is open. Like, can we do something about it? Can we teach more people like
Yeah.
what is the benefits of the program? But that wasn't planned, so
Yeah.
we can continue going for the hour, or we can also like just like share a few more links and then
Yeah, if
you know,
anyone has questions, feel free to post in the comments, or reach out to us on LinkedIn, anywhere. And one other thing that I want to mention is you shared the application form, and it's clearly written there that if if you just created content in the last 4 weeks, I think so, in the last month, they're not gonna consider your application. And this is kind of obvious because it means you just posted content, created content for the application. So if it's your goal to be part of the program and you haven't started creating content, you're just watching this live stream, maybe you can start creating content and submit for the, not this one, this application, the other one. So start building this year content, learning in public, and then definitely you have a lot of things to post for the other application. But for this one, they really want to see people that are genuine about, sharing their knowledge, not just, oh, I'm gonna share it now, and then because I want to become a builder. The builder, being a builder is not the end goal. Being a community hero, being even a CNCF ambassador is not the end goal. The end goal is about you helping others, you sharing your knowledge, you being part of a community. That's why it's called community builders.
yeah, I love that. I love that. Like just focus on like what you really like and like what you do. Like back in the day, I was like, I remember my first talk was like in 2019, and I wasn't even like I built something internally, and I wanted to share out like what I have built. And once I did that, I felt like, oh, there's more power to it. Like let me continue to do more. Let me like find more topics to talk about. Like I don't recall that AWS Community Builder was by that time. Maybe it was, and I wasn't aware of. Maybe I think it's 6 7 years where the builder program has been. Not sure, but like I didn't know about all of these programs. But like the goal for me was like I want to share more. Like I want to learn more. So I started to just like share. And then eventually I found all these programs that makes me meet the criteria because like
Mhm.
remember I've been already sharing. So as Julia said, if you're just about to start, like there's always a chance next year. There's always a chance. Like build the rhythm, build what makes you comfortable. See if you even like it or not, because like not all of the people like the same thing. So as I mentioned, like you might like writing blog posts, sharing on LinkedIn, but you might like something else. And it's at the end of the day, it's about sharing. It's about like finding what like makes you motivated and what also like resonate with people around you. like, and there's always an opportunity somewhere somehow to share
Hmm.
content and stuff. So it's been nice, and I'm glad. So if you have already content and you've been doing it,
Yeah.
don't wait last minute, because like drives me crazy. And I don't know about you, Julia, but like when you open a CFP or when you open a program and when you do something, like all people like waiting till last minute. Like don't wait
Submitting.
last
Yeah.
yes,
Hmm.
don't wait
Hmm.
till last minute, because you might forget. You might like get like rushed in to do
Yeah.
something else. So
Hmm.
if you already been there, if you share content, if you do, and like don't judge your stuff, like just put all of your best abilities. So we have like multiple pieces, just like add whatever it's making sense. Like don't add like 100 links for any application, because that makes the reviewer like very hard. Add your top best pieces.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't judge
The
them.
best
Just like
ones. Yeah.
add them, and then we'll see how it goes. And then like you either will get like a flow of congratulations for people joining the program this year or people renewing it. So we'll see how it goes. It's
Yeah.
been nice being here
Yes.
on Sunday.
Uh-huh,
And
exactly. I'm
yeah,
glad we did that. Maybe we helped a few people. And again, I want to reiterate, if you don't know where to start, if you're insecure about submitting the application or anything, we are super available. Feel free to reach out to us and other community builders, other people. This community is absolutely amazing. So yeah, don't be scared.
yeah, what Julia said is the best. So just reach out if you need anything, and then we are here. Like the entire is not, and it's not just us. There's a lot. I don't want to speak on
Exactly.
people's behalf, but a lot of people are open to like help people. Try to reach out, be nice, and then like people will just like try to help you. Reach out to me, reach out to other heroes, community builders. There's a lot of people in the communities that can help you, and it was good being here. So,
Yes.
and thank you, Julia, for
Hope you have
coming,
a great
and then like
Sunday,
yeah,
everyone.
send it. But see you
Bye.
all. Bye.